Well, hello everyone. I'm Ruben Sotomayor. I'm character sculptor, and probably you know me for some of the look depths in NPR style for characters. And I worked for some projects this year, and one of them, the Love, Death, and Robots, is one of them. I want to show you my progress for do everything.
And I'm Renato Roldán. I'm a storyboard artist and animation animator. I have worked for these past 5 years in Blender, and you probably will know me for The Last Spitfire, a short movie that I presented several years ago here at the BlenderCon, or the Star Wars stuff guy that I usually put my passion for Star Wars with those shorts. I have worked for the last years doing storyboards only. I work on the cinematic trailer for Star Wars Outlaws, and my last project was also how Zeke got religion. And we are here to explain a little bit how Zeke got Blender.
Well, first of all, I want to say that I'm super happy to be here. Today, I've been using Blender for 11 years, so I'm pretty happy for this guy to come here can give a talk with all of you. Probably you know some of the exercises if you are a Blender user. And well, I want to present my part of the job in Love, Death, and Robots, because in recent years, Blender has become much more widely for 2D productions, especially in areas such as storyboarding, matte painting, environments. But have you heard of being used to create 3D models with NPR finishes as direct reference in 2D animation pre-production? Me neither, OK? But now I'm working doing this. I'm working using NPR a lot for environments, like in Under the Sofa TV show. I create props, like in Overwatch Street Fighter cinematics. And in Love, Death, and Robots, I create a lot of boosts in 3D just for reference for the 2D animation team. What is my process? I follow, well, just follow all this job. Well, I'm a sculptor on top as all. So for me, the blocking is my religion. In this part of the pre-production, I need to work super fast, because I need to work like a 2D artist, but being 3D artist, because it's not having sense, no? So yes, one of the parts is more important to me is prepare a good blocking with the characters. And I wanted to show you with this design, Julien Bandois, a little bit the planning I usually do when I see a 2D design. No? This is what I do in my mind. I try to separate all the pieces in different groups, like big primitives and next secondary primitives. And I do a super big analysis of all the design, because we know as a 3D sculptor, always we have problems with the 2D designers. So it's super important, I think, for me, try to analyze pretty good all the appealing decisions for nets, try to fit perfect everything in the 3D sculpting. No? So how I do apply this for Love, Death, and Robots? Well, for Love, Death, and Robots, I did 2 things in the part of the pre-production. One of them is here in the left, that is create guides in 3D. I created a lot of boosts, all the boosts of the characters in the show, for use it like a reference for the 2D animation team. No? And another part I did is help a little bit to Gigi in the design of the monster, for define a little bit with 3D the shapes, because was super crazy and super difficult to manage. So I think was a good help to start doing some schools for help in this. Well, I want to say here that we won an Emmy this last week with the production design. So a big applause for Gigi here. And well, this is a little bit my process for create the boosts. I plan just a basic base head sculpt, no? First of all, directly using the 2D design. For every single head, I should do some modifications and blend shapes for adapt every helmet directly to the head. Next, I did a super basic texture paint, no? But fitting as much as possible the 2D design. And next, I applied the outlines. I'm going to show you a little bit how I applied these outlines. It's pretty basic. So if you are using Blender. I usually, for every model, I prepare a real-time viewport configuration just for make it work. And it's strange, but I used the workbench viewport at this case, because this helped me a lot saving problems with the pre-visualization in some points, like using the solidify and the displacement for create irregularity in the lines, no? Because having shadows, sometimes I get more problems. So simplifying a little bit everything, it worked better and faster. This is all the 12 variations I did for all the models, and I did more, I think. But this is a little bit each other for different character. And this is the other part of the I worked with Gigi. Here you can preview some first early sculpts I did. And we had a lot of undecisions parts for decide how worked the hair for the cherub and different things. And I did, here is a render testing the style of the ending for test if everything worked with the 3D sculpt. And was a super nice part, and I was enjoying a lot doing this. And this is a little bit the real-time model I prepared, just super basic with an outline, with some shadows for preview a little bit and plan everything for the 2D animators, no? And well, you probably are thinking, OK, Ruben, simple scenes, basic textures, quick modeling, easy money, no? No. No. And I want to show you a little bit, because I think it's a little bit unknown, this work, because it's something pretty new, working pre-production using 3D, but for 2D productions. And I wanted to show you a little bit my difficulties. For example, for this kind of things, I have just 1 month for do everything. I need to do 13 boosts with all the texture, with 1,000 variations, with retakes. So I was watching for the file, and I saw that I had in the folder 180 geometries, 815 files. It's crazy. And the most difficult thing is I should work super fast. I should work like a 2D artist, but sculpting in doing everything. Another part that is pretty difficult is find a middle way with the 2D designer, no? Because if you are a 3D sculptor, you will know that someone gives you a frontal view, and next gives you a side view. And when you are mixing this, it's impossible to fit it. So always is good have a talk with the designers for, of course, try to find a middle way with the design. And, of course, fake a lot. You need to fake a lot, flat the head in some parts, but make it work in every single angle, because the 2D animators should use this. And the other problem is the optimization, because probably a 2D animator should need open the file in their toaster or whatever, and this should still working. So I need to do super fast retopos, super fast unwraps, optimize super good the scenes for just make it work for everyone who wants to open the scene. So, well, easy money if you can survive. And well, story time.
Story time. So yeah, first of all, saying that we also win an Emmy for the storyboard for Edgar Martin. So we are both representing a little bit both Emmy winners. And I work on the storyboard part, and I work on the animation part of the show, especially the 3D part. So when they came to me, they said, okay, we know your stuff, we know that you love planes, and you know how to move them and how to do a nice scene. And this is the briefing. The briefing is that we need something that will fit into the world of our show, that is going to be like super 2D. Everything is going to be trying to get as much as 2D can we can get from 2D, and that have some limitations. So from the very briefing, I try to be ahead of the problems that I will find. So I try to prepare myself for the unknown. The first thing was to have a lot of characters in a locked space. So we had like color keys for everyone. So if you do a really rough sketch, you know that Zeke is the red one, and Tap is the blue one, and Cap is the purple one. So you more or less can have a really rough pass of the storyboard with just like colors and shapes. The second part was that the design of the characters were super stylized, following the amazing eye of Gigi. So for fitting those characters into the space, I wanted to be as accurate as possible. So I picked this dummy from the store, and I modified it to have the proportions of the characters. So every time I had to place the camera, I can have a dummy that more or less validates that what I'm doing would be possible to be done in real life with those characters and so on. And that gave me a little bit of a hint of where to put the camera and how to place the characters. And after that, I started to work on the storyboard. They gave me the liberty to pick my software to do the storyboards, and I said, as we're going to do the animation in Blender, why can't we do also the storyboard? And they said, okay, you're the one that is going to do it, so pick the tool of your that you prefer. So I tried to take the experience that I had doing animation in Blender to take every trick on the book. So for me, it was starting with full 2D. So we don't have the background. We do everything on 2D. So we can have like layers. So you have the background in one layer, the character in another layer. We use grease pencil to animate and to draw. You don't need to go farther than that to achieve something. Then something that helped me a lot is the sculpt tool. If in this example, you can see that the character is one drawing, but with the sculpt tool, I can move it. I can do a simple animation, but really, really, really fast. And also the materials that you can use, so you can have like different colors, you can do shapes and shadows and so you can go a little bit farther in the quality, for saying it in that way, in the storyboard that you're doing. Going a little bit farther than that, you can have 3D environments. So you can have an accurate framing. You can place the camera inside of the plane in this case, and to have a flat grease pencil layer in front of your camera, so you can tweak a little bit where the camera is, where the characters are going to be, and you can do a simple 2D movement. So you don't need really that much effort to place the characters into space. And you don't need to draw the background because it's already there. So you can keep on that. And for the scene that I was doing, they need something that is dynamic. So in some shots, I used 2D elements into the 3D environment, moving the camera, having like camera moves, and the Shakeify for the reload of the machine gun, and all these little things start to add flow and excitement to the shots. And then on top of that, when you go full 3D, especially when the planes are fighting and when the planes are moving, you can go full with all the above and all the rest. For the briefing that I was telling you, that they wanted to limit themselves to not go so crazy because they wanted to create something that looked 2D. I created all the shots like they were in 2D. So, for example, in the shot where the two measured meets are moving, they are not moving. They are just moving related to the camera. So the camera is not traveling with them. They are just moving in. They are not moving with the camera, so they are just moving, and the background is what is moving. So I thought that it would be cool to add to the project that it worked like a 2D production. Here we went a little bit farther with everything moving and so, but all the magic happens at the end in the composition part. So they can move the layers, they can create the illusion of space. So I think this was one of the good things that we have, that we limit ourselves to break a little bit that feeling of 3D and keep the 2D feeling of the rest of the animation. And here you can see a little bit the process. This is one of my sketches. As you can see, I try to work as fast as possible, especially in this part. I want to really thank Liadu for all her work on the project. He did an awesome line shader, an awesome texture feeling that matches with the style of Gigi, and he was a pure problem solver for me. So really kudos to Leah. And here you can see what was the storyboard part for this shot. I did a really quick animation. I didn't care so much about the background. I just draw some lines with grease pencil, put it on the background, move it with the planes. And here you can see like the final shot with the animation more polished and the background that was moved on the compositing part. And that was, for me, that was one of the good things that we tried to get as much as possible from the 2D world and from the 2D elements. Here's another example. I did the animation, the storyboard and some animation for reference, and then the amazing Ricardo Bach did the animation. At the beginning, for example, one of the things that we wanted to do with Blender was the bullets coming out, but Ricardo said, hold my beer. I will do it by hand. So I'm really pleased to be a part of this. And this is the amazing final version of the shot. So this is more or less how we got our religion. And now you can see a video with the comparative between the storyboard and the final. And that's it.
That's it.
Thank you.
Thank you.